So every now and again, when you're working with the Gene Keys and you're working deeply and in a committed way, you've worked for years, you will have an epiphany. And epiphanies are extraordinary. They're different from, these three processes: the insight, the breakthrough, and the epiphany. The insight is the mental opening up. It's a satori of the mental plane. The breakthrough is an emotional rush, heart-opening experience. It's of the emotional Buddhic plane. An epiphany is an acausal event. It happens outside of space and time. It is an event triggered by grace. It cannot be created. The only thing that may create an epiphany event is deep, deep patience. But that patience has to be coupled by love and many other qualities. Anyway, every now and again they happen, and when they do happen, they happen deep inside the cellular DNA. They open up pathways and memories in our core structure, and they allow us to see things and remember things that are fundamental to reality, what we call reality. So I recently had an epiphany. They come sporadically, not that often. Maybe once a year, maybe once every few years. They can last as long as they last. Anyway, my epiphany, which I can't fully explain, but an aspect of it I want to share with you. I found myself marveling at the beauty of nature in the midst of this epiphany. The utter beauty of nature. And then these words came to my lips. I was with a friend. It's a very convincing imitation of reality. Nature, everything, this beauty, it's a very convincing imitation of reality. Think about that when you next look outside. Look at the trees, look at the sky, look at the rocks, look at your hands, look at the family you live in, look at your friends, look at your house, look at your surroundings. It's a very convincing imitation of reality. Let those words bore into your soul. They came from deep within the structure of my DNA. I didn't say them. They were spoken as an epiphany. Everything around us is an illusion. We've heard this, but to know it, to remember it, even for a short space of time, it's an extraordinary thing. We live in a matrix. You know that film, The Matrix? It's exactly true. Other than, what happens when he wakes up. But, it's exactly true. We live in a matrix that is governed by numbers, by binary coding. It's coded. Everything is a program and a sub-program. Your body is a program. Your mind, everything is programmed. The furniture around you right now, the windows of your house, wherever you are, the trees that you're walking past, the feeling of the earth as it moves beneath your feet as you walk. It's all a program. None of it is real in that sense. It feels real. It feels convincing that there is a here and an out there. But actually, everything you see is a representation of your inner core. Everything. It's just like a dream. It's like everything is symbolic. Everything. Every event that occurs to you, every challenge you're moving through, it is a symbol. It is a myth that you're moving through. And when the inner breakthrough occurs around that. Suddenly, something occurs and you take it less seriously. A detachment arises in you. It's a lot to take in, I know. That we're in a programmed cosmos. That there is a veil over our eyes. But the beauty of it is that we're actors in a theatre. And then all that's left to do from that insight, from that epiphany, all that's left is to watch and enjoy as much as you can enjoy. Even pain at a certain level can be watched and not enjoyed perhaps, but appreciated as a transformative process within the Maya, within the illusory world. You know, we are held by these magnetic forces of these planes, these dimensions, and we are held on these, in this plane, on these lower planes, and every now and again we have glimpses. And our spiritual practice, our sadhana, provides us these cracks from time to time that open up within the Maya, that allow our body and being to access through our endocrine system, you know, allow us to access sort of these insights, these breakthroughs, these epiphanies that then give us a glimpse of the great joke. So when you think about these things as you go about your day, don't let it disturb you. From time to time, if you continue to travel with the gene keys, you will see that the codes of the gene keys are exactly designed to begin to break open this Maya that we live in and allow us to see further into the mystery. And sometimes aspects of the Maya, of the illusion, begin to break down. And the gene keys are the exact codes. They are the codes of the matrix. So as you work with them, you are literally deprogramming the matrix, especially the shadows, and you transform them to the gifts. And as you transform them to the gifts, your theatre changes. You know, it starts being more fun, for one thing, but it also, more light comes into the matrix. You know, the storyline, the narrative shifts to a positive one instead of a negative one of suffering. And then as the gifts begin to transform into the siddhis, the whole matrix begins to kind of shudder and shimmer, and you begin to see the cracks and the glints of light from behind the veil. And that's quite a process. So I wish you well in your theatre today.